Recently, on the Just Women's Sports Snack podcast, Lynn Williams, Gotham FC forward, stated how Alex Morgan is the reason the NWSL is successful for its game on and off the field. Lynn stated, quote, "I don't even know if there is an NWSL without you. You fought and pushed for it so much," end quote. This calls to question, is it reductive to place the responsibility of the league's success on one player?
This is such a fascinating topic because the responsibility in that question is doing a lot of lift for me. That's where I feel like it is not the responsibility of the player. And I also want to give context to this conversation. Lynn was giving Alex Morgan her flowers. She was saying that we are so happy with everything that you've done. We couldn't be here without you. We stand on your shoulders. Because Alex Morgan, when you show the receipts, she has done a lot for not only the NWSL, but also just women's soccer at large. So it was more of giving flowers. But with that said, if you are not an Alex Morgan in your league, I think that's also okay. I always give the example of Kawhi Leonard in the NBA for the Clippers. He doesn't speak at all. He doesn't have any social media. He doesn't even speak in his own brand's commercials. But what he does on the court and his superstardom doesn't inflate that, or it doesn't battle each other out, you know? So everything that he doesn't say, maybe in a social instance or on the podium, he's taking care of his business. And I think in different leagues, we need to have that diversity of players. There's the superstars like Alex Morgan, but there should also be players who maybe just get their job done.
Totally. And I think for me, like on the other side of things, a lot of people say, you know, Conor McGregor is the face of the UFC. And while he is, and certainly was for a very long time and very loud and outspoken, the UFC cannot survive just on Conor McGregor. And Alex Morgan has done incredible things for women's soccer and women's sports in general. But the NWSL cannot survive off of just Alex Morgan. So while there's superstars in every league, there is so much more to the league. And to your point, like there's so many other players who are maybe just quiet and doing their job really well, but don't care to open up their lives or be really vocal. So I think there's a way to be both.
Be both, yeah. And we think about what Alex Morgan has done. I feel like she's very aware of her platform and very aware of her superstardom. So maybe if there is a quieter player, but is very strong in their opinions, she's like, okay, I'll put you on my back. Let's get on my platform so we can get it out. Perfect example is the anti-harassment policy in the NWSL. It came from another player, but Alex Morgan took it upon herself. She took it on herself to put the responsibility to make it more outspoken into the league at large. So it's not always on the person, their superstardom, but if she's able to say, this is my role that I'm playing in the NWSL and women's soccer at large, then I'm gonna take that on. But to your point, Sue Bird, it was the face of the league for a very long time in the WNBA. She retires, is the WNBA gonna fall apart because she's not there? You know what I mean? So you have to know your responsibility, but we have to be able to build other people and other things and fandom around it to make sure that the league can sustain.
Yeah, I think there's different ways to be an influential player, and I think we can appreciate all different types of players in their league.